back to Redacted Media. We bring you the content as long as you mind your business. I am Redacted or Alarmer, joined today by my co-host Jake.
That's me.
That's this guy to my right. We've been switching left and right last couple episodes, but we're back to
Never to
the
let him know.
yeah. You
Keep him on
should
their
know,
toes.
right? We are getting our third breakdown of Wizard and Glass, starting with Long After Moonset, which is chapter 4. But before we get started, you guys go ahead and like and subscribe if you are here on YouTube. I'm not putting this out on audio platforms until I'm very comfortable with the audio quality. So if you're hearing this on Spotify, that means I like this episode.
We got our smooth, sexy, silky voices back.
Man, it's a struggle whenever you're piecing things together.
Yep.
It but no one cares about that. They want to probably hear us get talking about this little episode that we got to. So so far in this book, we've defeated Blaine. We've been in Topeka. We got Susan a new wheelchair. And now we're back in time, and who we presume is Roland, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay.
So yeah, last time we back in time, Roland's telling us a story. Susan, like, being her honesty by the nasty witch, and before Susan showed up though, we had some mysterious strange gave her last sphere.
Yeah, I gave that to Rhea the witch,
Yep.
right?
Um, Showed up, had their little meeting, and then as she was walking back to town, ran into some named Will. They walked back to town together.
Yeah, they end up kissing, and Will even says like, oh, "I don't ask girls to go out with me," but like, what's up? What's up with it though?
Like, hey, girl. Like, I don't normally do that. So
Exactly. So we're now dealing with the aftermath of that interaction, and we are back with Will Dearborn.
yeah, so Will is going back to camp with quickly find out like it's right away. This Will is actually Roland.
Mm-hmm.
He's there with Kurt and Elaine. And though we're being honest, they were by their fathers. Um, not necessarily for the same reason.
Yeah, what's their excuse again for being sick?
So basically, their excuse was that they got drunk and had to broke a horse's leg, but they had to put it down.
Yeah,
Father's off to
for sure. Yeah, they're gonna go out and be counters of
yeah.
this Hambry, I think is the name of it, right?
Yep.
Or Magus. I don't know if it's Magus or Hambry. I think one of them is like a
One of them's the Barony and one name.
yeah. Magus.
Yeah.
I think Magus is Barony. Hambry is the town.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know. I did just for anybody that's been like watching us the whole time, I was really dedicated to reading the physical book the whole time, but I was sitting there and I got this new I love them to be a sponsor. Scribed is amazing. They're like Audible, but you don't pay per book, you pay for a subscription. So however many books you get through is what you pay for. Like
Oh wow.
it's like $12 a month and however much you can listen. Like I'm listening to like 4 different books right now. I'm just like at work,
Wow.
It's amazing. I love it.
How's
So
their like selection?
it's everything.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I was like, I mean, everything that I want to listen to right now. I started reading, obviously, this. I checked
Yeah.
the whole Dark Tower series. They had mostly like King's Works. I think he actually gave them like an exclusive. I was
Oh
like,
wow.
oh, okay, yeah, I can support this if the man wants to say, like, okay, yeah, you get an exclusive one of my books. I'm like, okay, I'll
That
get that anyway just to listen.
that sounds a lot cheaper than Audible for a lot more content. So
Man, yeah, whenever I first started listening to audiobooks, it was some app. I don't remember what it was, right? But I could listen to any radio station. So like for basketball games, baseball games, football games, whatever,
yeah.
and any audiobook out there for like $10 a month.
Oh wow.
The only downside is you had to pay for like a year in advance.
Oh, like a year at a time.
Yeah, but I was working, I was like, man, 120 books I could listen to anything. I mean, just anything. That's what I started. I went through. I mean, like all the Song of Ice and Fire. That's whenever I started with this was just because it was like, hey, I have this subscription. I need to start listening to shit while I'm at work, and I love it. Big fan. Yeah, but I am not reading my physical book anymore. I was at work and I decided to listen to this, and it's a little more enjoyable. It makes it go by a little bit easier. I think I probably feel like smarter actually reading. Isn't that like the downside of consuming media in a different way? Is that like it's not I'm not out there, sweat on my brow reading through pages. It's like,
Right? It doesn't like tickle parts of your brain. Still get the same information.
yeah,
Feels different.
it feels like I'm cheating.
Yeah, I
Like,
get that.
you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this isn't how this was. I'm not a real reader. I'm just hearing the words being read to me, but whatever that is, right? So I'm gonna try to keep up with my physical book and see what I can catch
Yeah.
and give for y'all. But I digress.
Yeah, I read it. Audiobook.
hmm Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I mean, with Memorial Day and everything, we only had 4 days at work, so I was like, okay, I need to bust through this. We record what last Monday?
Yeah.
It's only been 6 days
Yeah.
from. It was like 3 weeks before that, so
Right.
we're all over the place on recording schedule. Yeah.
When Roland's coming back to the camp, he's bird skull attached to like a string or something hanging. Kind of scares him. He grabs for his guns, but they're still not there. Smacking it, like backhanding it out of his face.
Yeah.
It's jokingly, "Hey, that's our guard. He's watching out for us. What did he?" And tells him, "Stop being ridiculous." And Cooper also called him, as Roland. Called him guns.
hmm
Definitely don't call me.
Yeah, you can't know I'm a gunslinger. They're going to be very mad at, or not mad, but very suspicious. They send a gunslinger out here
Right? Yeah.
for this tedious task.
So Keith was asking him, "Oh, so what were you up to out there?" 'Cause while, like I think it even said back to camp he walked hours.
hmm
Um, and he kind of just brushes over night about Susan. Well, I'll tell you more when.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to repeat.
Yeah. And Elaine, of course, we'll get into like how fat phobic that Stephen King is later on in this this
Yeah.
episode, probably. But just if you're a big dude, you have to be able to sleep through anything. That's just the law of the land. Elaine has to fit every stereotypical big guy thing. I don't even think he's necessarily like a huge guy. He's just large.
Yeah, I didn't really catch the fact that he was.
I don't know. They refer to him in a couple of different. He has a round face. That usually means fat guy, right?
Okay.
Like not many skinny people just have round faces.
Yeah.
At least not in fiction, And then they call him like a bear and other things in this, and I'm like, okay, let's relax here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing he does mention before that got a damn horse.
Yeah.
That's one of the main things that count. Counting. I mean.
Yeah.
Doesn't get it.
Yeah.
A few people. Like 30 horses.
Wild. Yeah. Way too much. Way too much. Yeah.
Goes to lay down, go to bed, and kind of thinking back about Dad found in the poorhouse.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more about their conversation. Kind of updates Arson. Arson killed hundreds. And a lot of bureaucrats are kind of like announcing.
Yeah.
They're like publicly saying, "Oh, we don't oppose him."
Yeah. They're folding to him while also isn't like Gilead kind of just saying like, oh no, he doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like this isn't happening.
Yeah.
You guys, don't worry about it. It's not happening.
Yep. And gunslingers are almost like just brush him under the rug, act like he's not a threat.
Yeah.
They but he does mention that he and his group some sort of glass ball Carson was,
Mm-hmm.
and obviously that's the same one that.
Yeah, that's the glass ball, and that's the titular glass of this book, right? The wizard in glass. I don't know who the wizard is necessarily, but the glass is here. It's been introduced. But they mentioned the Dark Tower. I found that
Yeah.
very interesting.
It said that like Dark Tower has never been specifically mentioned.
Mhm.
However, it was already like playing in his mind. So like he's heard of it.
I got that complete opposite. I inferred that completely different.
Yeah.
My first couple times reading this, because by the end of this book we have a different like encounter where like, okay, this is why Roland's on this quest.
Okay.
I kind of get it. And I didn't know that it was kind of ingrained beforehand. Maybe it's kind of like Shardik and the Turtle, that it was just kind of like taught to them as not nursery rhymes, but as lessons by court
Almost.
or whomever, you know? And I don't know, it kind of threw a wrench into how I thought about this story.
Yeah.
Like, wait, he knows about this already? Like, the gunslingers in Gilead know about the Dark Tower? Like, why hasn't it been breached and taken over or looked at or found until you wait on the last gunslinger? You know,
Right.
like if there's just something here that says fucking important, why are we not doing anything about it?
Right.
I don't know.
The way I kind of took it was about it, know that it was a problem.
Yeah,
Like you said, like with probably just like what kind of thought.
for sure. That's how I'm gonna have to think of it in order to make it work in my mind. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
Then he starts to fall asleep. Thoughts go to
Of course.
imagining
Mhm.
love struck little boy. So sweet.
Yeah.
Then we jump over to also the thing about Ron.
Yeah.
Not so sweet.
How- Let's go ahead and say what happens, and then I'll ask my question.
She remembers telling her
The ways to get the job done without going all the way inside.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And
I was
so,
trying to think of the exact quote, but I was like,
nah, I'm a paraphrase because it's weird. How do you feel about King writing this? Like, maybe not his execution, but his attempt. Should he have attempted?
I think that as an attempt, like, it was okay.
Mhm.
There were some parts where I kind of got worried it was gonna be like the r/ men writing women subreddit.
She grabbed
And
her
it gets
own.
there. It
She
gets there a
grabbed her
little
own
bit.
breasts. It was kind of strange. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, I get it. Like, I get it, but
It
still.
does get there a little bit, but he doesn't like get so into it that it's like wrong.
Yeah.
So I was just like, kind of talk about act of a little.
Yeah. I guess it would be wrong to not even attempt. To just say like, oh, okay, and she had these cool thoughts of Roland and went to bed.
Yeah.
Okay, like I get like you can make your characters more human, and to avoid writing about the opposite sex or gender is kind of like demeaning in the first place.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they don't experience the same thing as us. So like I kind of appreciate the swing at bat.
Yeah.
I appreciate that fact. It still feels weird for a man that's in his mid-50s writing this book to be writing about this. Just feels
Absolutely.
every fantasy novel ever, everybody could be aged up 5 years and nothing would change.
Right.
I don't know why everybody has to be 14, 15.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, like you were saying, Roland right now is 14. She's
Yeah.
kids.
It is strange.
Then she kind of starts thinking back on when she first got home. Aunt is asking her about the meeting with Rita.
Yep.
She tells her, "Oh, she, to be honest, she gave me this picture," and Aunt Elia like snatches it out of her hand and like expecting it, getting all giddy about it. She's about to put it in her pocket. And, no,
Mm-mm.
no,
I.
that's mine. Told me to keep that.
Yep.
Hand it back over. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this pissed Aunt Cordelia off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how dare you speak?
Yeah.
Who told you to speak to me like that? She's like, no, who?
Yeah. Who else would have?
Right. Like, fine, whatever. I'll hand it back to you. Throws a fuss about it, and then she tells her like, oh, also we're gonna have to wait for like the fall or something.
Yeah.
Basically, we've got a few more months until anything can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah, she obviously has a stake in this, right?
right. Oh,
Like that's what
she's
we're
getting paid.
yeah, like
Payday.
something's happening here where like she can benefit from this happening. So her like delaying that, not a good sign, right?
Right. It's like they've already gotten some money for it. Pretty good amount of money from what it sounds like. They're gonna get a whole lot more
Yeah.
after the deed is done.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, she's not happy about this. About the stipulations that Rhea put on Susanna, right? And I get like that Susanna's a kid, but 16, whatever, right? And that she needs. Why the fuck is she benefiting from this? Like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shit
It's a,
like that.
it's a
It's
political man.
it is, and it's like, God dang it. Why does everything gotta be frustrating? It's like whenever I watch horror movies, like I was so happy in the beginning. Everybody's so happy. Oh, why the kid gotta die?
Yep.
Why be I go bury him in the pet cemetery? Like, come on now.
Right. And then Susan goes back to bed and back to the present. She's off that just now meeting Roland. Bill,
Yeah.
because why couldn't I have met him?
And okay, another like beef I have with this storytelling aspect is all of them are supposed to be here for months, if not a full year, right?
Right. Yeah. Later we letter from 3 months to
And I don't think this is as much as a marriage as like a studying out for like animals.
basically. Yeah.
There's really no reason why she can't have her cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Take care of this, then go be off with Will.
Right.
Like, I guess young love, you can't think of it in that like simple terms because you gotta have.
I guess at this point she also does that. How long he's
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she
that,
probably doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that.
I'm stuck being with this gross old man forever.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah. Then we skip over to Traveler's Rest, which is the town bar.
Yeah.
Want to go like old fantasy gets again.
How you picturing this? Let's go ahead. And, it has Batwing doors.
Yeah. So
First thing, how are you picturing this? How does your imagine it? Because he doesn't give us much besides the two-headed stag that's up there on the wall and a piano in the corner.
I just kind of like inserted chalk balloon.
Okay.
In my mind.
Okay. Just the bar up front, tables to the side, kind of dusty. There we go. Right. Okay.
Except that there's been a fight, shit busted up.
Yeah.
Lots of drunk passed out. I guess this little tiny town bouncer at their bar. He's piano bench.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy sleeping behind the piano. That's Shub, piano man
From
from
fucking Toll.
From Toll, yeah.
Same piano guy. Yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder if you're gonna catch that. I was gonna mention it like slyly.
yeah, like
you caught it. That's awesome.
Immediately as soon as she said Shub, I was like, that.
Shit, and a piano player.
Yeah, right.
Motherfucker.
Oh, and, like maybe if he had just like ran into Sheb somewhere in the town, I wouldn't have thought of it.
Yeah.
But we're in a saloon.
Yeah.
Talking about the piano player, and his name's Sheb, and I was like,
fucking Sheb, yeah.
Then I paused to like think about it for a minute. Where did I know that name?
Yeah.
It took me a little bit, but I was like, ah.
Yeah. And we even have an instance of I don't want you to go back and read that by any means or Google it because there is some very heavy foreshadowing that you probably just didn't catch when you're reading, but now it basically tells you the whole fucking events of this book. Where he recognizes Sheb, he's like, "Oh, you were there in Magus and da 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 da."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he says like fucking everything.
Oh wow.
So don't just avoid that because yeah.
I am remembering some of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. I believe that was part of the re-edit of book
Probably, yeah.
one. You know that he just came back through and kind of like, okay, let's spruce this up a little bit because I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about in the '60s. You know.
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy little stuff like that. Like even you on your first read, be able to catch it, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That man. Okay, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Um, they also have like a portrait of Arthur Aveld like hanging on the wall.
Yeah. With
Um,
this sounds like a fucking gold sword, or what did they say? Gold armor. It was something that caught me.
I didn't write that down, but I did write
Yeah.
down. They have a sign underneath that says, "Argue not about the hand of life," and I was like, "Okay, that's Ka."
Did you see how they spelled argue?
Yeah,
Is that the high speech?
I figured that was
Just a misspelling. Like
illiterate people.
okay. I now that I am actually reading, I want to see if I can see anything in high speech or low
Yeah.
speech to see if there is an actual discernible difference.
Oh yeah,
Even whenever they like that honest paper that we just got over, it not having an H in it.
yeah,
Like, okay, that's the first time I've ever seen that. So it just kind of it adds a level on there, you know, that it's kind of cool because they don't. I don't. I probably said it before, but like King doesn't allow his stuff to be oh, what's the word? Whenever you like you'll add something into the book that isn't necessarily there.
oh abridged.
Abridged, yes. Everything is unabridged. He doesn't. He's like, no, I wrote this. You're gonna fucking read it, all right?
Yeah.
So even if it's like a separate thing like that, they just read it as if it's in the same sentence.
Yep.
I was also very interested in that when it came to if I ever wanted to try to write some kind of fiction myself. Okay, I've heard all this. How the fuck do you format it? You know, first I remember first time I opened up just like it, and I was just looking through there because there was a scene that how does he format just how Pennywise talks or how the kids like. There's a lot of like inner monologue, and he uses a technique of like making all inner monologue just italics.
Yeah.
I really like that because it's not necessarily like it's not like a correct way to do it. It's just however you want to. If you want to put it in dialogue, you could be like you just put like he thought. You
Yeah.
know?
Yep. I've seen lots of examples.
Yeah, which I'm a big fan of italics. I think that's really cool. It
Yeah.
adds a little bit of something in there, you know.
When I was younger, I thought that's how you were supposed to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's just always stuck with me. Not being said.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll crack me up when the people use Alex for like a flashback scene or something.
That's the whole fucking page.
Yeah, but then like somebody does have an inner thought.
Yeah, and
And
it's
so then it's regular.
like, all right, this is defeating the purpose.
Yeah. So we see that Coral Thorin is both the mayor's sister
Mm-hmm.
and the basically owner of the bar. She's
Mhm.
technically half owner, but the other guy never shows up.
Yeah.
Sitting at a table talking with a man named Eldred Jones.
Jonas, right?
Or yeah, Eldred Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas.
They talk about the three kids. No one's already spotted them outside of town and reported them. They're pretty sure they are, affiliation.
Mm-hmm.
So they already know what's up, and they're not happy about
Yeah, they don't. Why are they here meddling in our business?
it. Right.
Now, do you get the feeling that this is that they are aligned with the good man, or do you feel like this is like small town people hating big town people?
I feel like Jonas's part, I immediately got the feeling that he was Carson.
Mm-hmm.
But for the townspeople, kind of like what you said.
I think, yeah, I think that's a really cool way to look at. Anytime that somebody's like writing about small town, they need to incorporate that feeling of being like the interloper, especially like even
Right.
told that he did. That there is, we're both from a small town. There is this resentment towards big city. I don't know why.
Right, and like with this being a western, I kind of thought of it as like, maybe there's like some dusty, almost ghost town, like some dude,
Yeah, exactly.
and I could see, in a cowboy movie, everybody being restful.
Yeah, that's like it being dusty and like a western. This is right off the sea. This is a fishing town.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right off of the clear sea or the clean sea, whatever the fuck they call it.
Oh, really? I guess
It's like fishing and horses, and they say it a couple times in here. I'm like, so something has to be kind of green. But I could not get my mind's eye to throw that in there. The Traveler's Rest is like on a dirt town, fucking a horse tie up out front, and it's Batwing doors and the whole shebang.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh.
I need a fucking show of this. So, they had a pilot shot for
Yeah, I
this
heard about
book.
that.
Yeah,
This book?
This is the beginning of this book. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. Probably like this whole that we just got through is probably like the first pilot. I'd pay to see it.
Oh, absolutely.
I heard it was all right. Like it was pretty all right.
I think I remember I was talking about that with you one time. Was attached to it.
The guy from Game of Thrones, what's his name?
Uh,
Like Jamie's right hand man.
Um,
Oh no, he was more Tyrion's right hand man. The guy that they're
like
give me 10 good men, I'll impregnate the bitch.
the mercenary guy?
Yeah,
Oh,
him.
really?
Yeah, he was in it.
Oh, wow. I was thinking of I remember seeing something about all I can remember him from is like all that's popping in my head right now. Zombieland.
Zombieland. It's like a 5-person cast. You're not talking about White Men Can't Jump. What's his name?
Damn it.
Oh no, what is his name? I think it's like a color. Damn name. He was in Cheers.
Yeah. Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about Woody Harrelson was tied to it all.
Really? That he'd have been interesting.
I don't remember play.
The guy from Game of Thrones was supposed to be Court, I believe.
Oh, yeah?
And then Jonas was supposed to be Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy or from Walking Dead, Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I was really excited about the show. I don't think they ever even like told us who Roland was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was that far under wraps. I was just like, keep going.
That is very
Yeah, but yeah, fuck Amazon. Fuck Jeff Bezos.
Damn it. I didn't know that. Yeah. You guys are making Wheel of Time. You can make Dark Tower.
Maybe that's why they didn't. Is because there are some crossover here. I feel just in overall vibe of the show that if they were to make the same thing twice,
Yeah, I've kind of caught like.
Yeah. So.
Also, there was one thing in here where like the game castles.
Yeah.
And so when did this come out? It did come out a year after the.
Oh, okay.
I looked up the dates earlier today. I doubt it was like a reference.
They reference castles as a game in Game of Thrones? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Because they're talking about like the.
Yeah. I think Castles is like a game of chess.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a game called Castles. Yeah.
That's just what it made me think.
For sure, yeah. And yeah, I find out that most of this is first time I read this, I hadn't like really cared about anything from Tolkien, and I forget how much he actually just straight up took, in plot structure, just like this is very you can recognize this in other fantasy elements. But if he took anything from like something contemporary he was writing, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
And yeah, so they talk about like how we kill them, but then affiliation of others down here for
Yeah.
be a damn while, but
Yeah.
so they will just there's an old abandoned ranch there that's far away from the oil patch. Elder Joe, you guys have something.
They found a way to refine oil, right? Like that's what they're.
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, and that is a fucking game changer in this world. Be able to refine oil. Yeah, you can turn everything back on. That's crazy.
They talk about a lot of times. Those pumps are still pumping oil, but it's
Mm-hmm.
we don't have anything.
They're saying just like it clogs up the engine. Like, yeah, you put fucking oil into a gas tank. It's doing nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't light on fire like that. It doesn't work.
So like they know that it needs to be refined.
Yeah.
One person actually like alchemy.
Yeah, they call it alchemy, that's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, so Jonas and those guys have something out there.
Yeah.
Jonas is also like, you know, them extract from there and cover up some. I don't know what they're gonna fucking tarp over gas pump.
I think they said they cut down brush and covered them all in trees. That's where
Okay.
he gets Roy and forget the other guy. You got the Pape and what else?
Tape and
Yeah, the other guy.
yeah.
The other guy. Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, so we get to go do all the hard party.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yep.
I have to go make appearances. You have to go do the work.
We also found out that the one Carson last Balder.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So,
They did actually straight up say that he was okay.
you know that not only is he on Farson's side, he has contact with him.
Yeah, and
It's important.
And Farson is now he's not just like waging a political war. He's getting into like the mystical and the fantastical of this is a ball that does something crazy, obviously.
Yeah.
Just from the name of the book, Wizard and Glass, I imagine this is like a looking glass or like some kind of fucking powerful something you can do with it,
So far we've seen, it be used as like a ball where she's looking at
Yeah.
And also like when the light shone through.
Yeah. That came out of left field. I don't think I've ever. Yeah, exactly. Like, so yeah, this good man that we haven't really heard anything about besides that he is a force in the West.
Right. We know that he's a threat, trying to kind of like take over.
Yeah.
It cracked me up because they're like trying to bring democracy to our lands.
Oh man, it's I don't want to word this. Like the MCU having leftist ideals be the bad guy. It's just cringe to me.
Yeah.
And I was wondering how far King was gonna lean into this. That's not him. He's not trying to like actually make something that says something, But
yeah.
You seen Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, dude, we were fucking we were without a home, without a country. Now you want us to leave? No, fuck you. Like, like no, I get these guys. They're right. But
right, yeah, I've seen a lot of people say that, like,
yeah,
like no, they the bad guys, they all that bad.
No, it's just they went about it in bad ways. I mean,
yeah, it was like your methodology was wrong.
I'd say the worst thing is fucking making a new Captain America and making him kill people with his fucking shield. Like, that's the bad guy.
Yeah, absolutely, bad guy.
Yeah,
I am excited. Oh, that's gonna be.
I'm hoping that they get that rolling because I think it has been in a couple other post credit scenes that
the Dark
Avenger, JLD has shown up in a couple of other things. So yeah, I'm happy about that.
As it is walking away, walking with,
and
we get a note saying that Court probably recognized it, gave it to him.
Yeah,
and find out that Jonas, a kid trying to be a gunslinger, challenged Court, got his ass beat, lost, and got sent west.
Yeah.
So basically, going to see, I'm getting excited for this book. Gunslinger, effective gunslinger, failed gunslinger.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really.
I didn't catch that the first time reading this, and yeah, I'm happy that he included. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That Jonas was a failed gunslinger. He was sent west, and I like how even King mentions like if somebody really wanted a gun, you can find one.
Oh yeah,
you're
gonna have guns.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to find some gun around here, the laying around. You can dig it up, pick it up, whatever.
They don't have guns. Rollins. They have guns.
Yeah, they're
still damn good enough.
That reminds me of some set photos that were put out for the pilot, Like they showed like Jonas and his guns, and they were just like absolutely like they looked like fucking Fallout guns
Yeah.
with like pieces hanging on that shouldn't fucking be there.
Oh, like just kind of cobbled together.
Yes,
Gosh.
and like they compare like that and Roland's gun was with his fucking like just huge, sandalwood grip badass fucking revolvers. And it's like
That's awesome.
the attention to detail. But the creator, I forget who it was, but was it fucking Frank Darabont? I mentioned that guy's name like 8 times. The one that made the Mist, and I don't think it was him, but it was another guy that was like very into the Dark Tower and like one of their dream things, and they just couldn't get off the fucking floor. Heartbreaking.
Yeah. So now we move on to chapter 5, Welcome to Town. Takes place days later.
Yep.
Boys are riding into town together to go to some party. And Roland like kind of looks at Bert and Alan, whatever.
However, I think that our audiobook guy pronounced it Elaine.
Kind of says like Alen.
Elaine, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Next book, we change audiobook readers.
Yeah.
And you're gonna hear Cuthbert. And I wonder if it's gonna drive you fucking nuts like it did me.
But he looks at these guys, realizes like I have to be in.
Roland does?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I'm not sure why he didn't realize that before.
he's a fucking gunslinger. Right. He's passed his test of manhood. Yeah, you're in charge, dude.
Yeah.
This is you.
Yeah. Before they left, Elaine, hey old man, get up. Like,
yeah.
Like,
no, I don't wanna.
He reminds them to especially keep shut up, and that they have to avoid alcohol. Backstory.
Mm-hmm.
They're fake characters.
Yeah, they're role playing pretty well.
Yeah. Then we flash back to the day before, day after the last chapter.
Yeah, we started on Monday night, came up Tuesday, or actually be like Sunday morning, Sunday night, Monday morning, and then we're presently in Wednesday, but we're going back to Tuesday. It's all been told 40 years from now.
Yeah. And so on this day, the boys had gone into town and they met the sheriff.
Yep.
And they're sitting in like the sheriff's. They're basically sitting in like the jail because they have like the jail cells there. Mm-hmm. They're sitting at his desk talking with him, and some deputies are there. And they notice that it smells very heavily of soap. Somehow they knew they were cleaned up real good.
Yeah.
Sheriff, asks them for their identity paper, hands them over. The guy takes just forever.
Yeah.
And they also give him a letter from Stephen Deshane. And just introduce them, saying, they're here to do such and such. They'll be for 3 months to a year. And please report back to us about their behavior.
Yeah.
Just kind of further drives home the point that like, oh yeah, we're here.
Yeah, like you guys are kind of babysitting us, but we're here from somebody that outranks you. Yeah. So we kind of outrank you, but yeah, watch after us.
The whole time the sheriff is kind of like talking down on the town, but in a way where he's more talking down on the boys. Yeah. Oh, we simple country folk don't know anything about your fancy stuff, you guys.
Yeah, he is deprecating. What's deprecating? Degradation? Deprecating? I don't know. Deprecating is the right word.
Yeah.
But yeah.
He's being very self-deprecating.
And at a point it gets annoying.
Yeah.
as it does with anything. And so that's another thing that I think that is you can recognize as a small town person like trope of talk down on your own town to be like just make them see up to do, and they can't be bothered with the likes of you little barony of mages,
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, like talking like we were talking down on our hometown, someone from New York, because they're like, oh, we don't have the luxuries of big fancy town, sir. Please
Exactly.
tell us all about it.
Yeah. Tell us how much better it is to wait 2 hours for a taxi.
um, and then one of the deputies is like, "Hey, do you guys want some tea? You know, we've got some iced tea." Yeah, sure. And he brings it in, and they note that there's actual ice in the cup.
Mhm.
That's super rare. Like that's various. They're all like visibly like surprised by this.
Mhm.
And the mayor's like, or the sheriff's like, "What? You didn't expect small town little Hicks to have ice?" And Cuthbert's like, "They're like busted out for birthday parties, max like at most.
Yeah.
We don't even have this.
Yeah.
Have it in the summer."
Yeah, just ready to roll for tea?
Yeah,
Like, you're just cooling down your drink, you're not having it, like, as a treat itself, you know, like shaved ice or something like that?
yeah. They're like, "Yeah, we have a refrigerator.
Wild.
Still runs. We also have a stove, but we don't know how to work that."
Big palate.
And he then tells them about like the ranch they stay at, and tells them like, "Oh, you know, the mayor cards. He's sorry that he couldn't stay, but he's gonna be throwing a party tomorrow, and would like you all to join guests of honor.
Mhm.
They're at 8 p.m. where there are no clocks in
Yeah,
time."
I never thought about that. What had time started to slip yet? I
I
don't
don't know.
maybe not, maybe not.
Maybe not.
But yeah. Yeah, with no clocks and how the fuck can you tell 8? I mean, it could still be dark out or light outside.
Yeah.
But
And as soon as the boys leave, sheriff and his deputies like instantly start talking.
yeah.
They are like,
Fuck these kids, man.
they come in here thinking they're all badass. No, they're soft, they're stupid. Um, like, yeah, but that one, talking about Roland, he doesn't think he's soft.
Mm-mm.
Sheriff's like, whatever, just because he doesn't think he's soft.
Yeah, and sheriff even like daydreams of beating up Roland. I'm like,
Oh yeah, like he wants to kick their asses.
yeah, ain't happening, boss.
Um, and then as the boys are riding away, they start talking, and they say
Yeah.
they could tell, and you know, Ellen says something on middle of the street on fire. He wouldn't want us to put us out.
Yeah.
They know that like they are going cordial, light. They're not going to go out of their way to help.
Mm-mm.
And if they're in trouble, they're on their own.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no love lost, right?
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, whatever. Fuck you guys.
Also, Roland noticed when they were talking, something that told him he knew exactly where they were staying, where they had mentioned it. So now the boys already being
Yeah.
they were noticed. Careful about that.
Yeah, there's lookouts, and it's not just a sleepy old town that can be walked up on.
Right.
So a little suspicious there.
Oh. Flash back to the snap back to reality. Open.
Yeah.
And the boys arrive at the mayor.
Of course.
Oh.
Yeah. What's up?
And they are greeted by Olive, the
Mm-hmm.
Coral bar scene.
Yeah. Yep.
They welcome them. Roland's like, there's sadness talk. I like her.
Yeah, it's like, okay, she seems like dead inside.
Yeah.
One of the ways to describe it, yeah.
But he can also tell.
Mm-hmm.
One of the deputies there as like
Mm-hmm.
kind of gathering everybody's.
Yeah.
And Aunt Cordell
Mm-hmm.
sitting. So Roland's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Eek. Eek right there. Yeah, he's completely infatuated with Susan. Like
oh yeah,
we get paragraphs upon paragraphs just explaining her beauty from Roland's perspective.
Yep.
Everything she's doing, the way that, like anytime they make eye contact, it seems like the whole story slows down. I think that is a little bit of tell you the skill of the writer that you can make the story kind of ebb and flow like that. You know, it can kind of speed up and slow down depending on how the character perceives the time and the place that they're in.
Yep.
And it's a little bleh. Sometimes just like you're like, oh my god, this is so fucking Hallmark.
And we do get kind of a funny part where Roland's big cityness show where obviously this is like the biggest house. They're showing it off. It's all up and prettied up. Like press me.
Nope.
Like I said, he's like, I'm regular house.
Yeah, I was like, I know.
Like, okay, rich kid.
He did say that there was a liveliness in this house that I kind of enjoyed. That it was a people that are less like unabashed about living life in a colorful manner.
Yeah.
Like a small town versus a royalty where he is, that I imagine in Gilead, everything is structured.
Oh yeah.
Things happen at certain times. You now do the dance. You step in these patterns. You align in this formation. You partner with this person. Where I could see a party of mages kind of getting loose and dirty.
Oh, absolutely.
That
party.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting down. It's a bonfire. It's not.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, I appreciated that he keeps on bringing this up because Roland is not from these small towns. We've seen him as the walking dude. Maybe that was no. The wandering gunslinger that is in small towns. We gotta remember he's from Gilead, from a kingdom.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And think about Susan a lot. And I think next they like kind of start to.
It's like two circles, right? Boy, girl on each circle. Or was it all boys, all girls? I don't know. They explained it in like it was alternating, but then it was like, okay, then they danced in the circle of the girls.
Yeah, I could just kind of imagine it like dances that partner.
Yeah.
Fast like
For sure.
I'm just twirl around a couple times. Then
Yeah. I do like that Cuthbert got like he paired up with an old lady or a big lady, whatever it was. I don't know. Just imagine that'd be a one-off scene where you could really get the characters. Like, okay, yeah, Cuthbert's that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And we do get like Roland kind of thinks about the mayor as work. Man looks like skinny, decrepit bird.
Yeah, and whenever he shakes the mayor's hand, doesn't his hand crack too?
Yeah.
Like the
his
whole knuckles.
Knuckles cracking, so he's like careful about how he holds it because am I hurting him?
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Which lines up with how describing him last episode.
She kept on saying stuff about his knuckles and like how,
yeah, knuckles and how his bones just crack and creak. It makes me think this man is like 100 years old.
Yeah.
Arthritis all to hell.
Yeah, and just crackling. Yeah. Hello, I'm the mayor. Roland's Susan is a champ for doing this because that'd be a tough one.
Yeah, absolutely. The more I think about the mayor, the more it grows.
Oh yeah, he's a despicable character just because of his wants and needs. Like he hasn't done anything necessarily wrong yet.
Right.
But it's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot to mention that Roland and Susan dance.
Yeah, they do get to dance
in the circles. Yeah. And Roland holds no punches. Basically makes this girl cry.
Oh yeah, because a little bit before the dance, he asked somebody like, what is and I don't remember who it was that he asked,
I
but
think he asked the mayor's sister, but then the mayor's wife answered, like, for her.
okay.
Or maybe it was the other way around.
I think so. I think so
Yeah.
because I remember that whoever answered, like laughing.
That sounds like the bar owner sister. Yeah.
So like laughing and she's like, uncle.
Yeah.
No, that's not his niece. That is
Yeah. That's what it is.
like says it in different words, but that's what she.
Yeah. Jilly, concubine, stuff like that. They even mentioned that, like, the mayor's wife has, like, really cool earrings on, but it stands nothing to this, like, emerald necklace that Susan is wearing.
Oh yeah, they.
And later on in the chapter, they mentioned that that wasn't hers. It was just loaned to her by the mayor. I
Yeah.
thought it was a little bit of a redeeming quality for Susan because it was like, okay, she's not, out here just gallivanting around in luxurious items. It was like, no,
Right.
she was given this.
Told to wear it.
Yeah,
She was
she was
told,
putting on airs for a purpose. So for, I don't know.
told she had to.
Yeah, for sure.
Um, but Roland's pissed.
Yeah,
He thinks that he has been wrong,
yeah.
and does get to that he.
Oh, we're losing you on the mic.
Oh, um, that better.
Yeah, you're the third line. So
Oh, okay.
anytime
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it should pick up every time you go.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, he was mean to her, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly what he said. But he basically was like, you know, how dare you, harlot?
Yeah, it was something about fuck, what was the word? Or with a P, basically.
Promiscuous?
No, because it was like her being. She thanked him for like his discretion and his like noblehood, right?
Oh, and he
And
was kind of like, I'm surprised you are familiar with the concept.
yeah, I'm surprised you even know the word. Like, wow,
Yeah.
yeah, cool, bye, bye.
And yeah, she leaves. She's upset.
Yeah, mad as hell at him. Goes back to her table to enjoy being around the creaky old man.
Yeah, you know you fucked up when that's more appealing.
Yeah.
The man that she is literally disgusted by.
Yeah. And then they even mentioned that Roland is like regretful even the moment that he says it. He's like, okay, yeah, I probably should. It felt good, but he
Yeah.
also felt like a sack of shit at the same time.
Yeah, he was like, oh, that was.
Yeah. Oh, Roland.
Oh, Roland. Kind of a pattern throughout Roland's life, though, that he does something, realizes like, oh, that was a little fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first 50 pages we met him, he mowed down the whole town.
Yeah. And then afterwards, he was like, too far.
Eh,
Far.
whatever.
Yeah.
Load up and get on.
Yep.
Didn't he leave like money on the bar too for what he took or some shit like that?
Yeah.
Fucking nutso. That's psychopath behavior.
It really is.
Like, anybody that comes up on that is a haunting scene more than it is like a charming one.
Right.
Like, oh no, did he still think someone was fucking here? Like, was he seeing ghosts? He paid for shit.
Yeah. Or did he just think he was being funny?
Yeah.
And if so, that's more fucked up almost.
Yeah, if you're being smart with it by leaving, especially like gold coins like he was back in book one,
Yeah.
just leaving gold laying here in this deserted, now murdered town.
Yep.
Like, fuck it,
You go.
Yeah. For your troubles. For killing all y'all. Here you go. Yeah.
Sorry about you. Then the night goes on, and eventually they leave. We get some details about how like the party ends. Out.
Mm-hmm.
Jump to the chapter.
Yeah. Sheems.
Teams.
He's Sheemy, but
Oh, okay.
I was giving him a nickname.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, we went a couple pages right there. Find the Sheemy chapter. Oh, wait. Am I in Sheemy? I'm on the drop. Let's wait. I'm past it.
Pretty short. You might have passed.
Is it that short? Holy shit, it was that short.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Like 20 pages.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
So now it's the nighttime after the party.
Yep.
Exactly how it happens, but go back to the bar.
Yeah,
No.
they around 10 o'clock, the trio of the young men from the inner baronies made their manners to the host and the hostess, then slipped off into the fragrant summer night. Basically, Roland tells them both, like, hey, don't go to the Traveler's Rest. We can't drink. We don't have money.
Yeah.
He's like, they're probably going to the fucking Traveler's Rest.
Yeah.
Roland goes off to sulk and be moody, and do his Roland thing. And so we jump over to who is there are two bad guys that just spent all day tearing down trees and covering up oil rigs. Roy DePape and what's his fucking name? That's the piano player.
Reynolds.
Reynolds,
and
yeah.
DePape
Yep.
are there. They're just kind of relaxing. He kept young man.
Yeah.
Basically his job to clean the Traveler's Rest.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, hey, got some aggressions on.
Basically, right? Like
For the fact, or for the reason that.
Yeah, and Reynolds ends up tripping him, right?
Yeah.
He trips him and he spills this bucket of what is basically just disgusting mix of alcohol.
Yeah, it's like alcohol and like water. They call it like something.
Camel piss.
Camel piss,
Yeah, that's what they called it. If you've ever been a broke college student, you probably have made something kind of like this without the mop water. I have.
Yeah.
You have a whole bunch of stuff left, and you go, let's see how it tastes all mixed together. I don't want to drink just straight up Bacardi 151. Let's throw it in here with some Kentucky Deluxe.
You might call it gross. I call it a cocktail.
We called it dick water, so that's why anybody ever asks you what you're drinking. Oh, it's dick water. Like, you don't want to drink that.
I've always liked Trash Punch or Garbage Punch.
Trash can punch is very good. That you can actually make.
What? Okay, I guess I've heard of that as well.
Okay.
I've heard of basically. Yeah, I guess I've heard that term applied.
Okay. If I get handled a fucking cup of camel piss and I'm expected some good trash can punch, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Like you can get like orange juice concentrate or like grape juice concentrate and shit. That's what you make fucking trash can punch out
Okay.
of. Put all that in there and like mix it up. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It's not. It's very sweet and gives you a hangover and it's full of alcohol, but it gets you
At
jacked.
the time, it's good.
Yeah, whenever that's your goal is to go there and get fucked up. That's
It's tasty and it gets the job done.
yeah, and you can drink it fast. But yeah, so Shimi spills this concoction on the Roy DePape's boots, basically up to his knees.
Yep. And they are pissed. Everybody in the bar like gets
Oh shit!
they're like oh shit.
And even the lady that was like was she sitting on top of the piano or was it just a table? One of the whores that works there, right, is
Right, yeah.
just singing, just keeps on belting out when everything goes silent. It's like, oh, that's such a great scene. So you have to have it something like that where somebody does it. Like reminds me. You ever seen the movie The Replacements with Keanu Reeves?
No, actually.
Oh my god, this is an amazing movie.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's like during this fictitious strike of the NFL, all these people just like get called up to come play in the NFL, and it's is it first strike? Yeah, it is. And they had been like really fucking good. Like Keanu Reeves is the quarterback. Actually, is that him? It fucking might be. What's the actor that plays Vision?
Oh, Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany, I believe, is the kicker.
Okay.
It's either him or it's a guy who looks very much like him in the 90s. He looks a lot different now, Paul Bettany does. But and basically they get arrested after a fight in a bar, right? That they're all sat in like the drunk tank, like this whole team of just misfits and people that did never make it to the pros. They're living out their dream. And one of them's a deaf guy, plays tight end. But that's his whole. It's actually Roy from The Office is who plays him,
okay.
yeah. And and they start dancing to like I don't know, the electric slide, something like that, right? And they're all line dancing, right?
Amazing.
Yeah, they start singing like they're getting it on, right? And then the coach that comes down to bail them out, and everybody sees him and stops. Except for the deaf guy, he's just over there just fucking cutting a rug.
Amazing.
It's worth just seeing the scene if you're not gonna watch the whole movie. The movie's really good. It's a comedy, but it's amazing.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
The Replacements. It's a great sports comedy movie. I love it. But anyways, Shimi spills this fucking concoction onto Pape, right? And the Pape doesn't even really care. He's like, only got me up to my knees. It smells better than this. It's like tree gum, sap gum, what the fuck they says all over their shirts. Pine gum.
Yeah,
Something that must just not stink, but just be a constant smell that's
Right.
annoying.
like at least it's something new.
Yeah, it's something new that's not this fucking thing that's been on my shirt the whole damn. Go home and change, bro.
Then Jimmy like apologizes. But the way he says it, guy kind of missing blame me.
Yeah. Oh, hey,
Yo.
motherfucker. Yeah.
Then they give us cheap.
It's the way the King wrote a mentally handicapped character and the way that our audiobook guy voices a mentally handicapped character is a little wild.
Yeah.
It's kind of tough to get through.
Yeah.
It almost feels like poking fun,
Yeah.
you know? And so I'm trying, and Shimi doesn't talk much in this chapter, but I do like the character a lot. Great guy. But it was tough for me. I hadn't heard in a while. I'm like, that hit my cringe bone real hard. But the Pape isn't hearing it. He's like, no, it's your fault, and now you're gonna clean my fucking boots.
And like the bartender, hey, calm down. Like, you guys some free
Yeah.
drinks to apologize. Sorry.
The bartender even thinks he might be Shimi's dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He may or
small,
may not.
it's small town problems, whatever.
But to Pape, like, I don't want free drinks. I want entertainment.
Yeah.
And he also realizes like everybody's watching him. So he wants to not just have entertainment, but be
entertaining, yeah, and also kind of hold up his reputation, I imagine.
That too, yeah.
He has to put on a little bit of performance as well as have some fun. He knocks the shit out of this fucking barkeep.
Yeah.
Hits him with they even like the side of his gun, which you got to imagine that tears through skin and shit if it's fucking swung right. Yeah, that. Ooh. No thanks.
Basically decided he's gonna.
Yeah, he'd already decided.
He's gonna make him lick.
Yeah.
Starts crying as he like down.
Yeah.
But a voice calls out, telling them to stop it. Voice isn't even like angry, kind of amused. They look up. Is
Yeah.
got the bird skull around his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Chain around.
Yep.
Watchman helps him up for him.
Yeah.
I mentioned earlier, but there's been times where like talked through it, basically like treating it like not like he really feels that way. Like he's not crazy.
He's performing too. Yeah.
Goofball.
Yeah. And I adore this character. He's Eddie 2.0. Obviously, right?
Yeah.
This feels like a very Eddie just whole interaction, right?
Yep.
Even when DePape is like, "Oh, there's no such place for a boy such as you," DePape said, and Cuthbert snaps back, "Thank you, sir. I appreciate my one chance."
Yeah.
So good.
But he's got like a shot drawn at.
Yeah.
I'd rather give my chance.
Yeah.
Let him go.
Yeah.
That boy.
Yeah.
Then Reynolds pulls a gun and
Sneaks up behind Cuthbert.
Yeah.
Which seems fairly too easy to me. I'm wondering if the rest of this chapter played out in a way that Cuthbert's kind of like, okay, we see two, we have two type thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's me giving him a little bit too much credit. He is just a kid, but yeah.
um, the slingshot down, or I will shoot,
Mhm.
buddy. Do that. Gonna fall off of the spot and go. Your friend's gonna get killed anyways. Aimed at his head right now.
He had already shot him once, right?
Yeah, he did hit him once.
Yeah, that's what was it. DePape ended up trying to pull the gun on him, and Cuthbert just shoots it out of his hands. Basically,
Yeah.
fucks up one of his fingers. I think he just like tore off a fingernail. Basically, that's it.
Yeah.
Then he has it, repositioned at his head. He gets blindsided. That's where we are, right?
Yep. Like, buddy, I pointing my gun at your friend right now.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Then Dylan comes up and has his gun pointed at the guy who's pointing his gun at Cuthbert.
Yeah.
And he's like, actually, you drop it.
Yeah, like, whoa, hey there. Uno reverse card. Bam.
Then Jonas walks out and he has his gun pointed at Elaine. He says, actually, you drop it.
Yeah.
Then Roland comes out and he has his gun pointed at Jonas and says, actually, you drop
it. Yeah.
Then a fourth guy shows up.
That's basically what happens is that the sheriff finally fucking gets there.
Yeah.
After all this little Mexican standoff upon Mexican standoff upon Mexican standoff.
Yeah.
Is that nothing ever happens.
And he basically makes everybody like shake and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. We'll try again."
Yeah, they take him back to, I think it's like the town meeting hall.
Yeah.
Instead of the office, right? And they basically, the sheriff gets onto him and is like, affiliation boys shouldn't be behaving as such, and then you three are, sworn to the mayor, so that's a bad rep for you two. And basically shake it and quit bullshitting.
Yep. It kind of makes me think like parents when two fighting and they're like,
hug it out.
Hug it out. Yep, that's exactly what I was about to say.
Which is such a weird thing. It's just uncomfortable. I'm just as mad, if not more mad, after I hug.
Right. Like, this isn't gonna make me not want to punch.
No, I
It's
still
gonna make me want to punch him harder. Actually,
yes.
Wait until you're not looking.
I like that. Roland is afraid of Cuthbert squeezing DePape's hand too hard and hurting his finger.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's something I thought would happen. That's just to be a dick.
Yeah.
And the only two that I felt kind of held their composure during this like handshaking process was Roland and Jonas. I feel like their interaction was actually kind of genuine. At least they were trying to be genuine, be perceived as genuine. Cuthbert and DePape, nah, they fucking hate each other. They're never gonna not.
I kind of think these kind of
for sure.
And maybe this will change as we get kind of see Jonas be a version of like, and then they're both like the lead gunslinger kind of. And then you have the two guys who are both less serious, kind of their underling.
Yeah.
Like I can see spoils for each
other. Yeah, for sure.
And I'm sure that.
Yeah, there's definitely some mirroring going on here. If nothing else, three people. One's obviously the leader, and then two kind of sidekick characters that maybe not the same personality, but similar.
Right. Yeah.
Similar in a sense, and they shake hands. They get over it for the time being.
And then the sheriff is like, "Okay, now I have to shake."
For some fucking reason, just to be involved, probably. Yeah. Like, okay, now I gotta, I'm sure, And then we get the same kind of thing, right? Where it's like, each one of them has a, yeah, oh yeah. So they leave, and then Jonas tells, DePape to get off the horse, right?
Yep.
And I love these, like, take off your spectacles, son. I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't take off my fucking glasses. Take them off unless you want them broken. It's like, oh shit, you're about to get your ass beat.
That part cracked me up because, like, at first I was also like, why is he telling me to take off glasses? Yeah. And I was like, oh well, that's nice, bunch of guy with glasses. Yeah, they're expensive and hard to replace in this kind of setting.
And it's dangerous. I don't want glass in my eye.
Oh yeah.
Or a broken frame, anything like that. Right. Take off your glasses unless you want. If I'm broke, beats his ass for a little bit. And then he kind of realizes that, hey, maybe this was a good thing. We saw that these aren't just kids. They got the drop on you.
Saw that they got some bite.
Yeah, and they're all three were armed and to an extent. Yeah. Cuthbert with the slingshot. Elaine, I think he had a knife. I think Roland had a knife too,
Oh yeah, yeah. It
or
was
some kind of I don't know what it was that Elaine had. And so then we flip back over to Roland, kind of having the same discussion with Cuthbert, and I think he realizes like we showed our hand. They know more about us than we know about them, and that's not good. And he doesn't beat Cuthbert's ass, but I think he kind of wants to, like, "God
right.
damn, man.
He's thinking about it.
Why'd you have to do that? Just let the
Right.
fucking kid get killed." I think Roland probably would have done the same thing, and probably would
Absolutely.
not have asked questions. He just
Yeah.
shot a slingshot, got the gun out of his hand, and then had his eyes on both of them.
Yeah.
I think it was the honorable thing to do. I'm ready for another chapter with Shimi involved. He's a good character. He uh he went by what he kissed Cuthbert on the cheek or something as he ran out, something like that.
Yeah. I
Just
think
something
so.
like that, right? Like showed his appreciation, and he's great. No, I really like Shimi.
I think that.
That's just about it, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see where do we 06 and yeah, the Watchmen time. Yeah, that's really it. We go to On the Drop, which is chapter 7 next, which should be fun. How are you feeling about the book so far? We're 300 pages in.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
I think that
it feels a little bit more contained and tight than the first couple books have
yeah.
to me, because there's a lot to learn, but it's so much better paced than the Gunslinger.
Oh yeah.
You know, I think that if he would have tried to write this in chronological order, it might have been, like Lucas. I don't know if he had the idea for all of Star Wars first. You know?
Right.
If he would have tried to start with one, it probably wouldn't have been as memorable. Same thing with this one, right? Where I don't necessarily know if it would have worked as well. I appreciate how well King can write and keep a story entertaining. There's a lot of factors to this that seem kind of nothing about the Dark Tower is pressing or pertinent right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that if we gotten this instead of the first,
Mhm.
I don't think we would have cared as much.
No.
I'll be interested. I think it's way more intriguing. Built Roland up as this kind of mysterious character. We don't know a lot about his.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened, fucked him up.
I think that's the whole conundrum with like releasing this as a show. Where do you start in the story?
Right.
There's a hard start with the Gunslinger, where you can start with the famous line,
Yeah.
"Man in Black floated across the desert." It's like, what's funny is that the movie started with that, and then we don't meet Roland for like 45 minutes.
Man, I have forgotten
We're getting close. Every day we get closer.
I'm excited. I can't wait.
I despise it. I am not excited.
Oh, yeah. I am sure that is how I'm gonna feel.
We'll probably do it right here, and I'll just set up like a screen, like right there, and we just sit here and watch it.
Oh yeah, just like film ourselves watching.
Yeah, and we'll just go live. And I don't know. Would it be copyright if I just fucking put it on there? But like we're breaking it down. We're not like a sponsored, or I mean we don't make money off YouTube yet. We need 1,000 subscribers. So if you're still here, or you just joined us, subscribe. Get us to 1,000. I think we actually lost 2 this month, but what do you do?
Fuckers.
Yeah, fucking bitches. Yeah. Get us to 1,000 so we can start making money on this and become millionaires.
There we go.
But they are kind of iffy about some streams.
Yeah, so the way I've seen people do it, is like unless you want to like heavily edit it,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we it and like have ourselves watching it with
My headphones on.
or something,
I love that.
and then like releases like a commentary track or something almost.
Mm.
Be like, okay, start watching, countdown from 3, 2, 1, play.
Wonder if I could even go like picture within a picture, just have it there but muted. Like if you wanted to like actually line it up.
Yeah. Huh, that might be it.
I don't know. I tried to use like some cut scenes from The Stand whenever I was doing my breakdown with Joe.
Yeah.
And like I'd bring stuff. I don't know how the fuck these like MCU breakdown channels were. How the fuck do they get the footage for one? And how do they use it the day that the movie came out? It's like
Right.
I don't get it. I don't know what their process is. They don't, and they even have like ads in their channel. So it's not like they're like an ad-free channel, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Crazy. But yeah, so that's in the future. Love this book. It's only going to get better. I'm ready to learn about, or relearn of the glass, Carson, the Dark Tower, shit. What's the name of the dude that was banging Roland's mom?
Martin.
Martin, yeah.
Can't remember which
Not
of his
Walter,
aliases.
but it's Martin. It's one
Yeah,
of the two,
which-
right?
whatever one of his aliases.
Yeah. And yes, now we got all this stuff in a bottle down here in Magus, but it's all interesting to me. I'm
Absolutely.
in for all of it. Even just the fact that the town doesn't like the boys. Like, is Toll the second town that Roland's murdered? Is Susan gonna say 19 and go insane?
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not great. Anything else you want to say about the book?
No, other than I'm just very excited to get onto the rest of it.
Yeah.
And before we go, we should
Oh yeah, let's do that. Let's do that right now.
listen along.
I was looking at maybe pulling like 150 pages, which
Oh.
would be to the beginning of Come Reap. Oh my God, really?
So chapters 10 and 10?
Yeah.
Or
Wait, what? Sorry. 8, 9, 10.
the interlude's only like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, chapters 8, 9, 10.
Holy shit. Okay, Come Reap is 400 pages. Okay. I was like, wait, we're not that close into the book.
No, we still got quite a ways to go.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, we'll read about 150 pages, which is chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, right?
Yeah,
Up to Come
audiobook-wise,
Reap.
it's about 3 hours.
That it, really? Oh shit. And it feels like it takes me so much longer to read that, but it really doesn't.
Yeah.
It probably only takes me an hour or so to read it, but it seems to take for fucking ever. Yeah. So if y'all are following along, or maybe this is being viewed 10 years from now, because I'm not deleting shit. That's how far we're gonna read without spoilers. I don't think I've spoiled anything yet. I've tried not to.
You've hinted at some stuff.
Well,
that,
I like-
I've gotten to and been like, oh, that's what he was saying.
Oh, really?
But like not anything that's like giving stuff away.
I've also given you some very fake hints that
Yes.
just aren't ever gonna pay off because they're completely wrong.
Nice.
Just because I want to hedge my bets. I'm like, okay, like I want him to doubt me and some of my shit because I'm like, okay, I want to talk about things and what I'm thinking, but I don't want to give you the full story. I don't want to tell you what's going to happen at the end of this chapter or this book or this series. But yeah. Cool, man. Well, thank y'all for stopping by. Made it this far.
We
Like,
appreciate you.
subscribe, turn on the notification bell. We're getting better at this going live thing. I think we did have a little bit of mic issues again today. Maybe I'm gonna decrease jig sensitivity or will you increase the sensitivity to make it more sensitive, right?
Oh man, I'm already way too Oh, we're talking about my mic.
yeah,
My
your
bad,
mic,
my
your
bad.
mic. I'm not gonna physically make you more sensitive. But yeah, I think I've stopped by. Had a great time. Can't wait to break down the next part of this book, and then we're really moving on to the meat of the series after this, which is just it's a fucking whirlwind, and I can't wait. I can't wait for the whirlwind. This is like the pit stop before the last push. It's so fucking weird after this.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you saw there's fucking Doctor Doom on the cover of the next book with a lightsaber. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
I forgot about that. Yes.
So, can't wait. It's going to be a good time. Thank you for stopping by. Been Redacted Media, and hopefully you minded your business because we brought you a lot of fucking content. All right? Catch y'all later.
Doodles.